Welcome once again to my podcast. This is Anything Goes with Dan. So let's dive right into it. As you may know, there was a massive nationwide protest this past Saturday, June 14th. It was a demonstration against the authoritarian regime that has been taking shape in our country, with many also there protesting the ICE raids, the military being deployed onto our own citizens, the fact that this does not look like the America that we all grew up in. In this video, I'm excited to show you some short interviews that I did this past Saturday at the No Kings protest in downtown LA. So before we go into that footage, someone the very next day asked me, what is the point in protesting? What are you protesting for? Or who are you protesting to? That's a loaded question, but a very simple one. And if you seriously don't know why hundreds and thousands of people protested all over the country, you are either in denial or you have been living under a rock this whole time. It seems like Trump supporters seem to have forgotten that protesting is our constitutional right, as stated in the very First Amendment. Being there, the atmosphere was passionate, there was a lot of unity, then it was all peaceful. I did not come across any type of chaos or destruction. Nothing was being vandalized in the whole time that I was there. However, later that day, I was made aware that police did clash with some protesters after 4 p.m., as many might have seen on news and social media. So here is my footage and my experience from the No Kings protest, the peaceful protest that transpired this past Saturday. Let's dive right into it. So I park, and as I'm approaching, the first sign I see, very fitting, fascist. As I approached the parade that started to move on foot, I was met here by a large crowd. I was blown away by the size of the crowd. Did not expect to see that many people so soon and so many signs. Very creative and hilarious. And as you can see, everybody came together with a lot of passion. Everyone was here because they all felt very passionate about this cause. The whole time here it was all peaceful. As you can see, there's people marching, protesting, everyone exercising their First Amendment right, exercising their constitutional right, letting their voice be heard. A lot of Mexican-American flags, a lot of American flags. Who are you protecting? That's a good sign. There's so many good signs. The Holocaust started as mass deportations. We speak for those who can't. And here I am, making my way through the crowd, underneath the hot sun, looking for someone I could possibly interview. Everyone here is approaching City Hall, and here's where I find my first interview. And I'm here with the gentleman who's an Army vet. What is your name, sir?
Gus.
Gus. And what brings you out here today, Gus?
Because I love my country and I love my wife, and my wife's an immigrant, and her being an immigrant, her son is an attorney, first generation American, and that's why we're here, to show that Americans have a right to speak up. That's what our country's proud of, and it's what we do.
Thank you very much. As you can see, we're all exercising our First Amendment right, our constitutional right to protest. Thank you, sir.
We need more people like you. We need more people like you coming out and filming us so that we can get this out there.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we're here with a couple. Señor, what's your name?
My name is Raúl Añorbe.
Mi nombre es Marisabel Medina.
What brings you here today? And if you could share a little bit of your background, the passion that made you come out here today and support this cause.
Well, the reason we're here is to yell at the administration of how can they elect a 34 felon president and still jail innocent people, working class people, mostly la raza, Latinos, Mexicanos. And we've been doing it for a long time, and I think this is a critical moment because we're talking about making this a fascist government, and we can't allow that. Picking up people and throwing them in jail, and then they take them to El Salvador, where they have a maximum security prison, and they're sending the working class to different countries, and that's what they did in Germany in 1932. They picked up people, Jewish people, gay people, organized people, and they moved in, and little by little start getting rid of them.
So you're seeing the similarities from what happened back then to what's happening right now.
Yeah, this is a fascist. This is a first step towards fascists, and we need to stop them. we can stop it. We will stop it. We know that because people, when they unite, they change anywhere in the country. When people organize, they change the government. They change the socio-economic situation.
Is there anything you would like to add?
Yo quiero decir que tenemos que identificar
I
a
want
estas
to say
personas
that we need
fascistas
to
para que las
identify these
quiten y nos
fascists so
respeten
they
como
can be
personas, como
removed,
seres humanos.
so they can
Nosotros no somos
respect us like human
criminales, venimos a
beings. We are
trabajar.
not criminals.
Nosotros
We
somos
came here to
ciudadanos
work. We
residentes
are
de aquí, de
residents
este
here.
país, que
We are
luchamos por
citizens of
obtener
this
nuestra
country, and we
libertad
fought to
aquí
obtain
con
our
todos
freedom with
nosotros. Y
everybody.
estamos aquí por
And
las
we're here
personas
for
que no
those
pueden estar.
people that cannot be here.
So there you have it. They feel really passionate, really strong about their background, and they want to speak for those who can't speak, those who are afraid to come out here because they're afraid the ICE is going to just kidnap them off the street, even if they don't have any criminal record.
Criminal record.
They're innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, and to prove them guilty. And that's another thing. They're not following the law. You know, habeas corpus is the right for us to defend ourselves, whatever accusations are made, and he's just ignoring it. No, this guy is all the administration is. A couple of days ago, they kicked out of Alejandro Padilla, senador, U.S. senator, sitting U.S. senator. If they do that to him, can you imagine what they're doing to the cooks, the homemakers, everyone else, man?
Exactly. So, Christy Nome, we have a U.S. immigrant here who knows the definition of habeas corpus because I know even Christy Nome, the secretary, even she doesn't know it, right? All
She's
right.
a liar, man. She's a liar.
So there you have it. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Adios. Mucho gusto.
Thank you so much.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Thank you. So not only peaceful protest, but we, as you can see, picking up all the trash here. Do you see trash?
So as I left, I approached my third and final interview of the day.
So here we have the sign, "We stand together." So what brings you out here?
So I'm standing for people who are unable to stand for themselves. And I'm going to try to do this without crying because it's very emotional. We are a country of the immigrants. We are all immigrants, and we should not be treating the people that are immigrants the way we are. People need to feel safe, and they shouldn't be chased down in some field while they're trying to do their job to feed their family. You know, Trump said he was going to go after the criminals, and I agree we need to get criminals out of the country. But we have hardworking people who left bad circumstances in most cases to be in a better place. And I just feel like we need to support them through that.
Powerful words, and I share the same sentiment. If there's one thing you would want to tell the administration right now, what would it be?
Give peace a chance, show love. What we're having happen is not love. We're looking at the eyes of a dictator.
I appreciate you coming out here and making your voice heard for those that can't make their voice heard. Thank you very much.
So there you have it, the short version of my day at the King's protest. And if you notice, there was a sentiment of unity, of solidarity with those who are currently being targeted and marginalized. If you didn't notice, there was a common denominator there, and it was expressed by each one that I interviewed. We are here for the ones who can't be here. We are here to have a voice for those who can't speak, those that can't defend themselves, and those that do not have the liberty to be outside protesting. The people protesting there, they're not illegal. They're not undocumented. They're U.S. citizens that have seen the cruelty and injustice unfold day by day since this administration began. And they came out to show that love, compassion, and that's the America that I grew up in. That's the America that I believe in. Lifting each other up, being there for one another, as the good book tells us. Not this self-righteous, void of empathy and lacking humanity. How is it that the ones who argue that this is a Christian nation built on Christian values are the ones with the least compassion when it comes to this? The least empathy seeing what's going on. If you're going to be waving that cross in everyone's face and have a Bible verse in your bio, you should work on having some compassion and empathy, as Christ himself wanted his followers to have. And it's very interesting seeing now everyone sharing the reels, sharing the stories of everything that's been going on and becoming kind of like how I've been. Everyone's late to the party for me. The reason I posted so much, especially last year, was to bring awareness to what was happening and for everyone to see the danger in voting for Trump. We knew it wasn't just a vote for Trump. See, it was going to be a vote for Stephen Miller, that slimeball racist architect behind all the immigration policies right now. We knew it also meant voting for Project 2025. We knew it was going to be voting for discrimination of minorities. We knew it was going to be a vote for criminals to stay in power and for the ultra rich to get even richer at our expense. He campaigned on mass deportations. They handed signs at the rallies that read mass deportations now. So in voting for him, what did you think was going to happen? What were you voting for if that's what they were cheering? We're heading now into war with Iran. Ukraine and Russia are still killing each other. Innocent children are still being annihilated in Gaza. Oh, but the economy, right? Has anything improved? Prices are still high. Small businesses are facing uncertainty thanks to all this unnecessary tariff wars that he's created since he stepped into office. Inflation has increased as expected, but it still has increased this month. The feds are not lowering the rates despite Trump trying to push for it. Tourism revenues is down. And then if you think of law and order, he's ignored all of the Supreme Court's rulings. We're hearing stories about voting irregularities now in counties that donated heavily to Kamala, yet she didn't get a single vote in that county. Are we really supposed to believe that? And are we really supposed to believe that all the swing states turned red unanimously when that had never happened in the history of this country? Never happened, ever. Please. So for all those that thought I posted too much about politics, now you understand the warning and the passion that I had behind it. Because it's not just about politics or red and blue, Democrat, Republican, or even if you like or hate Trump. This is about humanity. It's about caring for our race and our people that have been demonized and been targeted unfairly. So whoever said politics is not personal, well, it is personal because they made it personal. So my advice to you is be mindful of what you follow on social media. Form your own thoughts and conclusions away from the comment section. Listen to both sides. Judge by your good moral standard, not because an influencer tells you to. This isn't about being Republican or Democrat, like I said, because I don't belong to a specific group. I don't belong to like a prestigious club based on what policy I vote for. Stay open-minded. Take your time to digest the information that you see, and always choose the side of compassion and empathy, even if they try to normalize the cruelty that's going on. If wanting liberty and justice for all makes me a radical person, so be it, because that is a promise of America, liberty and justice for all. That's all I have to say about that, and thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning into this video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the comment section to follow me on Instagram or TikTok. I post short reels or reaction videos there sometimes. So stay safe out there. Until next time, peace out.